Little update on the Rhode Barrier Butter. Please keep in mind that these are just my personal opinions based on how things work for me. And yes, I'm back to this background. My friend, who's an amazing videographer, came over, checked out my whole space. She set up everything properly for me to be able to do YouTube. And she told me that this actually works better in terms of background and lighting. So I'm just gonna stick to it. Anyways, this is the Rhode Barrier Butter. It's a very thick moisturizer. You're meant to put this on as the last step in your routine. You can see just how thick and rich this product is. You're meant to put a nice generous layer of this and just leave it on overnight. This is an intense moisturizer. It's meant to strengthen your skin barrier. It has hyaluronic acid, ceramides, and polyglutamic acid, I think. You can see just how rich it is. I used it a few days in a row and I found that it did give my skin a really nice glow. But by the third day, I started to think to myself, okay, what product that I've used would be comparable to this? Remember my days of using this every single day? The La Roche-Posay Lipikar Baume? This to me is a similar type of product and I used it in a very similar way. A lot of people think that this product is for body only, but it's actually face and body. In the US, I think it's called the Triple Repair Moisturizing Cream. This product is formulated for severely dry skin and it also has a super thick, rich consistency. The consistency of Lipikar Balm is actually a tiny bit thicker than the Rhode Barrier Butter, but they are pretty similar in how they feel on the skin, and I find that they have a pretty similar effect on the skin. The Rhode Barrier Butter does not contain shea butter. The Lipikar Balm does contain shea butter. Some people have sensitivities to shea butter, so I do like to mention that. But as far as shea butter being a pore clogging product, that really cannot be determined based on ingredients alone. Formulation and the quantity of an ingredient within a formula matters so much more than that ingredient just being in there full stop. So if you're worried about shea butter being a pore clogging ingredient and you're avoiding it because of fear mongering around certain ingredients, I've never had a problem with this clogging my pores. I know so many people that have used it that haven't had an issue. I'm sure some people have had problems with it, but it just goes to show that skincare is different for everyone. You can't put umbrella terms over certain ingredients. Ultimately, if you don't have an issue with shea butter, I would say that these are pretty similar in how you can use them. I actually feel like I prefer the Lipikar Balm. I had a pretty bad seasonal allergy flare-up last week and my skin was so dry, peeling and flaking. My eyes were pretty sore and raw because they were so puffy for so long. I switched to using this a couple days in a row just to see how my skin would react to it. And honestly, it did make a difference. It helped calm down the dryness. It helped calm down some irritation. And I actually feel like I'm going to start using this again going forward now that it's getting really cold. So I just wanted to update on that. If you have this and you have no problem using it, I don't think you need this. If you don't have this, or if you have a sensitivity to shea butter, this is a great alternative.